For those who don't know, Escalation is a wave-based horde mode found on the third-person shooters Transformers War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron from the PS3 and 360 era. So then why on earth am I saying that it's my favorite game mode of all time? Well, sit back and let me explain. The cooperative nature of Escalation makes it just a joy to play with friends. You can pull your resources together, so as you earn the currency, you can help each other buy weapons if one has more than the other. You can help each other buy health. You can open doors together, which increase the vantage points you have on the map. You can strategize together thanks to these resources. And you've got a lot of decision making that you can do with your friends, which really increases the very sporadic nature of the game. It increases that feeling of tension as you are at war with the Decepticons. You've got your revives, which of course is a staple in a lot of shooters, but it can't be overstated in a mode like this because the importance of it is, you can literally, you have a few seconds to save your friend when they go down, and it can lead to some very intense moments. And you've also got hero moments, like I alluded to there with the revives. But since the wave doesn't end unless all four of you go down, you've got this opportunity where if you're the last bot standing, sometimes, you pull a crazy play out of your hat and you save the wave. That's always so exciting and just leads to these memories that you'll talk about with your friends for years. I played this game when I was a kid, and we had moments like that we still talk about today since we rediscovered it last year and started playing it as adults. The immersion factor in Transformers War for Cybertron's Escalation is just incredible because it really does feel like you are on Cybertron and at war. The Autobots and Decepticons have torn their planet apart with their tragic war, and when you're the Decepticons, it really feels like you're trying to conquer the planet. When you're the Autobots, it really feels like you're trying to defend the planet from tyranny. And it's just amazing because the whole mythos of the Transformers, revolves around this war between the Autobots and the Decepticons. And so often, because of the nature of television shows and stuff, it still manages to feel small scale at times. This knocks it out of the park with the large scale war feeling better than any Transformers property that I've seen or played. And it really makes you feel like as you're fighting these waves that, especially when you're the Autobots and, you're kind of the underdogs, it really feels that way because it's just four Autobots taking on these waves and waves and waves of enemies defending, the cities from the Decepticon war machine. And it's just extremely exhilarating and immersive. It really does make you feel like you are feeling, this war that Optimus Prime and the Autobots are waging. And the maps do a great part in helping that because you've got cities like in Broken Hope that you're trying to defend that are already war-torn and ravaged. You've got District that are like sort of these roadways. You've got Remnant that's an like orbital space station. You've got Pulse, which is like inside Tripticon, the giant Decepticon the giant Decepticon station. And so there's just all kinds of map variety that leads to, again, immersive environments. Speaking of characters are extremely iconic in Escalation. You can pick people like Optimus Prime, Megatron, Starscream, Jazz, Sideswipe, Bumblebee, Skywarp, Thundercracker, Shockwave, all kinds of characters, more than just that. And each has their own unique abilities and combinations of abilities. So if a character does share abilities, they have a different combination from one another, which dramatically changes their gameplay. Optimus Prime, for example, has on his L2 a dash that lets him evade, but then he also has on his R2 War Cry, which gives the whole team a damage buff. You've also got things like cloaking, a melee whirlwind, a guided missile, energon barriers, a slow mine, a variety of other things that really, really, really make each character feel important to the team. The combat is also really smooth in these games, especially for a shooter in this era. The weapon variety is great. There's all sorts of things like automatic rifles. You've got sort of like powered up machine guns that wind up over time. You've got rocket launchers, shotguns, even heal rays that allow you to heal your teammates. You got snipers, all sorts of things. They all feel really great to play with and have their different strengths and weaknesses. Because you're a transformer, you have a vehicle mode, which is not only great for getting away, but it has a weapon set of its own. And for trucks, jets, and cars, it's different weapons. So even more variety within your characters. And just being able to get out of an encounter last second by driving away definitely feels amazing. And you've also got a really powerful melee when you use it properly, which feels nice because so often in these older shooters you have like a little dinky knife that does nothing. Not this. You have Optimus Prime's axe. Finally, why do I like it so much in 2024? Well, it's refreshing. Whenever I rediscovered that there was fan servers for the game, I've been playing it so much, streaming it on my channel so much. And even when I play with someone who's brand new, because Escalation starts you all out with the same gear and you pick it up over time rather than having a battle pass or pre-made loadouts and all that, it never feels overwhelming to introduce someone to the game. And I love that. It's also just so nice for the gameplay itself to be enough to carry the fun of the mode, and I don't feel like I'm grinding for a skin or grinding for a certain gun drop. And, honestly, in today's gaming where there's so much of that, it's just refreshing to play to have fun. So join a stream sometime and join the war for Cybertron. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. This is Autobot Dawson Gaming, rolling out.